That's what I'm talking about. Look at that, baby. There is almost nobody here. Cabana room right on the beach. Exploring the fantastic island of Panay. Over the last couple of weeks, I've seen some incredible beaches, and once or twice I've commented that it is very similar yet very different than the premier beach destination Boracay here in the Philippines, which is actually very close to here. I am in Caticlan again today at this fantastic little beach resort. And I was just going to spend the day here. They rent the cabanas, 350 pesos per head. So that would be like $7 to spend the day here, right? 8 to 6. And that was going to be great for me. And then they said, hey, look, we have a vacancy and it's a beach cabana. And it's only 2,500 pesos a night, which is not even 50 US dollars. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let's make it a weekend. They have like a beach bar pavilion thing here, a pool, although who needs a pool when you've got this incredible sea out there. Maybe at night, in the event that I finally indulge in alcoholic beverage after it's been 2 weeks, 2 dry weeks here on this fantastic island of literally nothing except perfect macro protein meals in very sort of calorie restrictive portions, lots of water, no sugar, and 2 cheap meals, which were really nothing special, and more out of necessity and circumstance than desire. I'm gonna change all that today. Another incredible Aklan beach here in Caticlan, where I am the only person here, at least the only person on the beach at this time of day. And that's because it's high noon and Filipinos notoriously do not like bright sunshine. But it did look like at least, 2 or 3 of those cabanas were occupied, so I wouldn't be surprised if there are some peeps here as the sun sort of becomes less brutal. Beach volleyball, anyone? April in the Philippines is summertime. The sun is incredibly bright and beautiful. It's so hot out here, but there's this amazingly cool breeze. The water is just on the touch side of cool. Budget traveler guy and all, and a destination like Boracay is going to cost you a heck of a lot more than a spot like this. And that's the thing about these hidden beaches, these unknown beaches that technically are tourist destinations, but mostly for locals. The thing about Aklan being an incredible destination, it's just that it's kind of off the grid, and as it's still off the grid, it's still really cheap. For about a year or two, I've been primarily shooting with a 16mm lens with a 1.4 aperture. And the reason for that is because it kind of gives me a little bit of a wider perspective for landscape shots. And it's great in low light. I can shoot at night and really get some crisp images. But Last week I was at a beach and I noticed some of the incredible detail in the foliage and the trees and the karst, the limestone cliffs and stuff, and I realized that I just wasn't going to be able to capture that detail with the 16mm lens. It's a prime lens, it doesn't zoom. So this week I broke out the kit lens, right? I haven't used this in a while, but it's actually a decent lens. It comes with a Sony camera, 18 to 135mm, and it's surprisingly good zoom. So let's see what type of images I can capture with that, getting good detail up close. Another incredible experience finding beaches here on Panay Island. As dusk falls here, I can hear like the different sounds of the forest, the indigenous birds, the insects, the night owls, the calls. It's low tide. No sunset on this beach. Sets behind that hillock there. I was actually on that beach a couple of weeks ago that's down on the other side. Also really, really nice. Very low-key style resorts. Also little bahais, but nowhere near as nice as these. These are like, you know, that glamping style with a wonderful like central theme of mosquito net and bed, you know, open to the sea. A little more pricey here, but definitely worth it because of the resort vibe with a nice pool and pavilion with the bar and restaurant. Last call for food is early. It's 7:30, and last call for booze is early. It's like 9:30, but after spending the day on the beach like this and getting so much sun and swimming, my goodness, I don't think I'll make it much past 9:30, which is great. I've definitely shifted to an early riser schedule now that I've moved here. I just get up early, I get my sun, I get my swimming in, and then tomorrow we'll find a new spot, a new adventure, a new cool destination here in Aklan on Panay Island. Kind of a long haul down to the beach, but I think it's going to be worth it. Nice little mango shake after lunch. Chill here for a while.
Ang manager na. May dad na.
Another fantastic beach day here on Panay Island, Aklan. Oh my God. I overindulged again. Too much food, and that margarita was just kick-ass. But it's just gonna knock me out. Like, I just can't handle the food and the booze now after weeks of calorie restriction and getting up early and exercise. It's maybe 8 o'clock and I am just so ready for bed in the beach cabana. And I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to waking up early in the morning, running out to the beach and diving in the sea. Because to me, that is the good life. So apparently that hillock is enough to block the Wi-Fi signal from the beaches on the other side. And I was at the beaches on the other side a week or so ago, and they're beautiful, just like this one is. Bigger, longer, different types of resorts. Not quite as private, but still, at times of the day, still almost deserted beaches. Really nice. The difference is it's like absolutely no Wi-Fi, whereas here there seems to be a pretty decent signal. It's amazing that that's all it takes here in the Philippines to cut you off the grid. But they did have Wi-Fi vendo on the other beach, so I guess if you rent a little cottage, you can put coins in the vending machine to get Wi-Fi, because it's modern. Early morning, day 2 at Kick-Ass Resort here in Caticlan. What I'm learning is that all of the resorts and different beaches have their own little pros and cons. Like, well, last night it rained. It rained like a mother effer, and it was really interesting. The actual little glamping cabin hut kubo thing weathered everything great. There were no issues. This morning I got up so early, the tide was still out, so there's still low tide, so I couldn't just run out of the glamping hut like, you know, splash into the sea like Fantasy 101. I sort of had to like wade into the sea and avoid the seaweed. In an hour or two that water will come up and it'll be beautiful again like it was yesterday. But the beach over, right, didn't have that issue in the morning because of the way it sloped. It was just deeper. There's a little more sea growth on this side than on the other side of the mountain. And the first beach I went to, that was just white sand all the way out as far as you could see. So depending on, you know, what you want, what your taste is, why you're vacationing or want to hit the beach, or what kind of chill vibe you're looking for, it's been great being able to explore the island and see the different beaches and get the different vibes of these spots. And now it's time for laps. Not sure what it is about bangus and breakfast in the Philippines, but this is the free breakfast at the resort, and yeah, I'll be passing on the rice. I am bean bagging it here in the beach Bahay Kubo after swimming and having a bit of breakfast this morning, and I can already see the tide is coming back up. This cabana room right here on the beach is 2,500 pesos a night. That's not even $50 US. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe.